Hello, my loves, and welcome back to BS with Bethany Simcoe. This is your host, Bethany Simcoe. Today, we're going to be talking about 2025. We're moving into a new year. We're creating a new life for ourselves. So, we're going to talk about all things self transformation and a few of the lessons that I'm taking with me from 2024 into 2025. So, to start off 2025, I'm doing a workout challenge on YouTube, which is so exciting. This isn't necessarily promo for that. It's just kind of like being proud of myself for actually doing that. I feel like I feel very fulfilled and I really love my life when I feel like I have something to work towards. So this workout challenge is something that's really fulfilling to me because I get to wake up every single day. I have a project to work on. I have a video to edit. I have a video to film. I have a thumbnail to make. I have a description to make. I have people to connect with. Like it's really, really fun and fulfilling for me to have this project to work on. So I'm so grateful for everybody that has come and done this workout challenge with me so far. I just barely filmed day 8, but we're only on day 4 of the actual workout challenge. So I'm trying to like get ahead and film a little bit ahead so I'm not trying to play catch up. But thank you guys so much for giving me a space to just express and something for me to work on. Like it truly is so fulfilling to me and it makes me feel like I'm the creator in my life. And that's what this podcast episode is going to be all about. We are the creators in our lives. Whenever I feel stagnant or stuck, it's usually because I'm not creating. It's usually because I'm just kind of letting things flow by. I'm very much stuck in like a rut and not as much of like a routine. And sometimes my routine feels like a rut. And in 2025, I want to focus more on feeling. So, my motto for 2025 is nothing is more important than that I feel good. So, I'm not focused as much on achieving necessarily. I'm focused on feeling good. So, I'm not focused on like, I have to do this, 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 and this. I want to feel this, this, and this. So, that's what's driving my passion this year. That's what's driving my routines this year. So, for example, if I had the goal that I wanted to work out every single day and like lose X amount of pounds this year, that's a do, that's an action. On the other hand, there can be a feeling behind it. This year, I want to feel good. I want to feel strong in my body. I want to feel flexible. I want to feel limber. I want to feel like I can do my daily activities without the threat of like being injured. I want to feel like I can surprise myself by doing things like running a marathon out of nowhere. I want to feel solid and secure in my body. I want to feel like I can just go on a hike with my friends whenever and like not be super out of breath. And I want to feel like I can lift heavy things and I want to feel capable. So that's the feeling that I'm chasing, right? So I want to move into things that feel good. From there, it's then going to move into my action. So I have my feeling state that I want to accomplish, and that is going to guide my action. So for example, one thing I'm really focusing on is instead of just having a goal of like, oh, I want to meditate every day, oh, I want to do yoga every day, or like da da da. My goal instead is I want to continue to find routines that make me feel good and that leave my mind clear. So for me, that does look like having a timer for 5 minutes before I go to bed where I'm not thinking about anything, or I'm not doing anything. I just sit on the edge of my bed, close my eyes, and breathe for just 5 minutes. And even just that amount of silence works wonders for me going to bed, me sleeping deeply, me sleeping through the night, feeling rested in the morning. So my priorities are feeling rested in the morning. My priorities are my sleep. My priorities are going to bed on time, waking up at a good time that feels good for me, feeling like I don't have to rush in the beginning of the day. My priorities are fueling my body and feeling good because my goal is to feel good. And so all of my habits and routines bloom from that feeling state. So that's what's going to drive me this year to focus more on those routines of maybe I do some yoga before bed to wind down even further. Maybe I repeat some affirmations before bed to wind down even more because that wind down period is so like biologically and physiologically important, and it's important in your manifestation journey as well, because the more that you can focus, the more that you can bring that peace into your focus right before bed, it's going to give you so much more momentum in the morning, because that thought process as you go to bed starts right back up as you go into your next day. So your nighttime routine is really one of the biggest hacks that you can just like, that's a big apple you can take a bite out of. If you're trying to change your world this year, start with your nighttime routine, because that sets you up for the next day and it is a game changer. So if you can even make a nighttime routine that lasts 10 minutes and your goal is to just feel good and feel clear headed, then you'll be guided from there. And maybe for you, that's a 10-minute yoga video on YouTube. Maybe that's the thing where you set the timer on your phone for just 5 minutes and you just try to, let your mind drift and just breathe deeply for 5 minutes. Maybe that's journaling some affirmations. Maybe that's listening to some recorded affirmations. And once something gets in your routine, then you can add on the next thing, take a bite, a bite, a bite. And the more that you feel good before you go to bed, the better you'll wake up feeling. So as you're in bed, just kind of like drift off thinking about my bed is so comfortable. One thing I love doing is like a 3-3-1 before bed. 3 things that went well for me today. 3 things that I did well today, and 1 thing I want to improve tomorrow. And after you do that, go to bed and just ponder, here's what went well for me today. Here's what went well. My sheets are so comfortable. People treated me with love and respect today. I did some things I was really proud of. I ate really good food today. I got my movement in today. I'm moving forward, right? Just really rampage. Allow yourself to sit in that love for yourself at the end of the day. One more tool you can use before going to bed is mirror work. This is one that I was really consistent with for like a month or two, and I loved it. And I want to be consistent with it again. And that's coming from a place of like, oh, this makes me feel good, so I want to be consistent with it. And mirror work is just talking to yourself in the mirror. I get nice and close to the mirror and I look in my eyes. I just look in the mirror and I address myself. I'm like, hello, my beautiful girl. Hey, gorgeous. We've had a good day today. Let's reconnect. Time for me and you time. Let's go on our little date. Okay, let's have our quality time, just me and you. And I kind of talk to myself like a big sister. And I'm like, you did so good today. I'm so proud of the work that we did. We're doing awesome. You're looking good. Your skin's glowing. Your hair's looking gorgeous. I'm loving the way that you're doing your makeup lately. Like, I'm loving this, and this. And just being my biggest hype woman, top to bottom, head to toe, just going and complimenting everything, literally hyping myself up so much. And it just feels awesome. So pick any of these things that feel good for you. There's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. All of it comes from a place of like, identify what you want to feel. You want to feel more clear-headed. You want to feel more confident. You want to feel more secure. You want to feel more abundant. And then craft your routine around what you want to feel. Now, in the morning, your morning routine is also such a powerful, powerful place of manifestational energy. It's a really powerful place of feeling good. And nothing is more important this year than that you feel good. We've covered that quite a bit in this podcast because the way that you feel is what you attract to yourself. So nothing is more important that you feel good, that you feel solid in yourself, you feel clear-headed, you feel abundant, you feel loved, you feel like you are getting everything you want in life, you feel like you are deserving of everything you want, you feel like you're the luckiest girl in the world. Nothing is more important that you feel good, because the way that you feel is what you draw in. So if something's going on in your world and it does not feel good, that thing is not for you. That is your higher self saying, I am at a high level of feeling good all the time. And that thought you just thought is below the level that I believe you're capable of. So don't think that anymore. Don't go there. If that relationship is stressing you out, if that thought about food is stressing you out, if that thought about your career is stressing you out, that's not meant for you. That is a clear deviation from who you're meant to be. A bad feeling, a quote unquote bad feeling or a negative feeling, is just a sign of deviation from your higher self, from who you're meant to be. So as soon as you start thinking a thought that does align with who you want to be, then you'll rise back up to that point and your higher self is like, exactly, that's what you're meant for. So if your thought of like, I don't have enough money this month, I'm just not abundant, I haven't been working hard enough, I need to figure out a new way, that makes your heart drop, right? And that is a clear deviation that, oh, you've just separated from your higher self and it doesn't feel good. And that gap right there, that's your bad feeling. That's your negative feeling. That's that upset. And as soon as you go, you know what? Everything's going to work out. It's all going to be taken care of. I haven't gone bankrupt yet. I've been taken care of every single month up until this point. Somehow it's going to work out for me. I've seen it work out for other people, and boom, it's closing. Thought by thought by thought, that gap between you and your higher self is closing, and then you're right there with that higher self. That higher self is drawing everything you want to you. When you're staying up here on this high level, it is drawing everything you want to you. And when you drop down, you're drawing different things to you. You're like, this doesn't feel right. This isn't who I am. You're right. That's not who you are. You are meant for something bigger and better. But don't get discouraged by that contrast of like, oh, well, I'm feeling not abundant and I'm feeling like dissatisfied in my relationship. That's okay. That's what we call contrast. And that contrast is so freaking important, because when you decide what you don't want, you automatically know what you do want. And then you can focus on what you do want until you're back up on that high level. Moving back into our morning routine. So your morning routine is also so powerful, and it is like my favorite freaking part of my day. So every single morning I have made a practice of meditating. So I will lay in bed, and as I wake up, I do have the privilege to wake up slowly because I work for myself, and it's so nice. So if you can, just like wake up 10-20 minutes earlier than you usually do and just sit for a moment and bask in how comfortable your sheets are, how perfect the temperature is in the room, how good it smells, how soft your skin feels, how much potential this world has for you, how good this day could go for you. And then once you're kind of waking up, I sit up, I put on one of my 20-minute meditations by Joe Dispenza. You can look up any manifestations there on YouTube or whatever, but I've read Joe Dispenza's books and they are so good, and I love his meditations. So I will just sit and I'll clear my mind for about 20 minutes, and I'll think about what's possible, and I'll think about how much the universe is on my side, and I'll think about who I no longer want to be. I'll think about stepping into my higher self, about who I really do want to be. And then after that, I'm feeling good. I'll get out my journal and I'll write down any realizations I had from that. A lot of times it's affirmations. It's things that I want for my life. It's realizations of, oh, I want this. I want this. I want to stop doing this. I want to be more aware of this. I want to call in this. And I am good. I am worthy. Everything is working out for me. I am in the right place at the right time. So you're setting yourself up for your day in a solid spot. And then before you get out of bed, ask yourself, what can go right today? What if today's the best day? Play the what if game. What if I am the luckiest girl in the world? What if I get a free coffee? What if I miss traffic? Like, what if there's a whole traffic jam and somehow I get around it? What if I love my outfit today? What if some random stranger comes up and compliments me? What if I connect with my coworker in a way I've never connected? What if today is the day I get that job offer? What if today is the day that I decide to chase my dreams? What if today is the day where I just feel good about myself? What if I love my breakfast this morning? What if I go get a smoothie at lunch, right? Just think about anything that makes you feel good and play the what if game with it. Play that as you're getting ready. I love to record affirmations and listen to that in the morning, or play the what if game, because you are just intending for your day to go well. That's where you're setting those intentions. Now, 2 really powerful things that you can practice right now outside of your morning routine. Get out a piece of paper and you're going to write, what do I want? Because a lot of people only know what they don't want. Oh, I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to be homeless. I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be fat. Like all these things. Like they're like, I don't want this. I don't want this. What do you want? Because anybody can tell you what they don't want. What do you want? Oh, I want to be in a loving, healthy, happy, committed relationship. I want clear skin. I want energy in my body. I want to enjoy the food that I eat. I want to own a house. I want $1 million business. I want to do something where I'm not bossed around by anybody else. I want to be my own boss. Okay? Figure out what you do want. We're going to write 4 categories. You have your mind and body. You have your career, you have relationships, and you have your home. So write what you want for your mind and body. Write, I want to go throughout my day feeling clear-headed. I want to feel like my anxious thoughts are dissipating, like they don't even exist to me, and like everything that I observe in my day feels good and everything feels light, and I can observe everything working for me. I want to feel like my body is capable of anything. I want to feel like I'm full of energy. I want to be able to run 3 miles. I want to whatever. And then you can write why you want those things. I want to feel capable and energetic because I like to do a lot of things in my day and I don't like feeling super depleted as I'm going through them. I want to run 3 miles because I think it's really cool when people can run, and I want to be able to take that for myself and train up to that point and complete a goal. I want to be able to eat whatever I want and still feel good in my body because I really enjoy food and I still want the benefits of having a strong and healthy body. Everything that you say can come true, because there's one thing I need you to understand. You are the creator 100%. You are the center of your universe. There's nothing else in this universe except for you. Live by that premise that you are the only thing in your universe. You create every single scenario, every single limit, and every single possibility. So if you say, no, that's not possible to lose weight just by eating whatever you want, is it? because you believe that it's about calories in, calories out. Do you know who created that limit? You did. That is your limit that you have created. You've created this entire world around you. You have created the law of gravity. You have created how your body works. I know it's kind of hard to grasp onto, but I mean this in such a literal sense that everything around you comes from your mind. All of the laws, all of the limits, all of the beliefs come from your brain. And when you, oh my gosh, we can get way into this. This is where my mind has been all morning, but I want to go back to your list and then we can get back onto how you are the creator of your world and how you are the center of your universe, okay? But we're going to get back to your little list and you're deciding what you want. Now we're going to go to relationships. So, say I want a relationship that feels easy. I want a relationship that flows well into my life. I want a relationship that serves me right now and pushes me to be a better version of myself. I want a relationship that feels safe and calm and centered. I want a relationship that provides me with luxury. And then again, why do you want that? Why do you want a relationship that provides you with luxury? Because I believe that I deserve luxury and I really enjoy being around luxury and going on cool trips and experiencing cool things. So I would love a relationship that brings that into my life. I want a relationship that fits into my schedule. Why do you want that? Because I want someone that comes into my life and makes it better without me having to give up the schedule that I already have. Or for me, I want somebody who makes me feel feminine, that I can't steamroll, that makes me feel like I am powerful, but also feminine at the same time. Why do I want that? Because I feel like in relationships, I can get sassy. I can really start to kind of steamroll people when I'm in like a romantic relationship and I'll have my guard up. I want someone who can get under that guard, who can make my heart feel safe so that I can feel really, really safe in that relationship. So I can let down, so I can breathe, and I can be my most feminine self while still having my power and not believing that's a masculine trait in myself. So, kind of just write those things out for your mind, body, your relationships. And you can also say, I want friendships that fulfill me. I want friendships that cheer me on. I want friendships that push me to be a better self. I want friends that run with me. I want friends that really support and help me get into music. I want friends that this. I want to have this relationship with my family. I want my mom and dad to be calling me every single day, or I want to be closer with my siblings, Whatever you want, write out what it is you want and why you want it. Now, moving into, what do we say? Career. Write out what you want for your career. How much do you want to make? How much? Because the only limit is you. If you think that making $1 million is a lot of dollars, wake up. We are in 2025. $1 million, babe, please shoot for bigger. Please shoot for at least $1 billion. Okay, that is what I'm going to tell you. I am shooting for $1 billion. I'm going to be a billionaire in this life because I can. Because money and abundance is meant for me. It's meant for me. I'm the creator of this universe that I'm speaking to right now. And if I'm saying no, in this universe that I'm creating and I have 100% creative power over, I'm saying that I should be broke. That's stupid. Why would I say that? I'm saying that I should only be able to make $1 million and anything more of that is bad. If I'm creating the universe, why would I make $1 million bad? Why would I make $1 billion bad? Why would I do that? That's crazy. I want to see how far I can push the limit. I want to see how much I can challenge my own limiting beliefs. What if I'm the first female trillionaire? That's a possibility because I say it is. Now, there's lots of limiting beliefs I'd have to remove to get to that, but it's possible because I make the rules. It is my universe. So please, for the love of everything that is holy, do not limit yourself. Please dream bigger than you think you should. Please, please, please. If there's one thing you get from this episode, or any of my content, dream a little fucking bigger, okay? You want to be a world-known artist? What if you're also a movie star? What if you're also a singer? What if you start a new brand of college? Like, what if you start an entirely new government? What if you start a new whatever it is? What if you discover a new cure for this? What if you raise kids that feel so happy and healthy? What if you start a homeschool that kids all over your town come to and they learn things that you are obsessed with and that you can pour into them with love? And what if everybody around you feels lit up? It's your universe. What do you want? Do you want relationships that don't fulfill you? Do you want a career that feels hard? Do you want to go to work and feel like somebody else is making your life? Or do you want to call the shots? Do you want a career where you have 50 employees and you guys are making hundreds of millions a year? Do you want to have the best real estate company in New York? What do you want? Okay? Because it is possible. It is your universe. Someone's got to have the best real estate company in New York. It's your universe. Who's going to do it? Who is going to do it? If you want it to be you, then do it. Then make it you. It's your universe. If you want to own a home in the Palisades, someone's got to own a home in the Palisades. Why don't you do it? Anything you want is possible. Okay? So career wise, what do you want? Do you want to have the same commute for the rest of your life? Or do you want something different? Do you want to travel by private plane? Or do you want a scooter to work? Up to you. There's no wrong answer. Do you want to wear whatever you want every single day? Or do you want to wear something simple? Do you want to be dressed by designers? Or do you want to have your own sense of style? Like, it is up to you, whatever you want. So career wise, make it big. Do you want to be a famous TikToker? Do you want to be a famous YouTuber? Do you want to be a famous workout coach, right? Like, these are things that I ask myself. And it does take removing those limiting beliefs, but like, let me help you remove those limiting beliefs, because nothing is impossible for you. You are the creator in your universe. You assign tasks, you assign roles, you assign meaning to things. Take that power back. It's yours, and dream a little bigger. Okay, add a zero onto whatever salary you just gave yourself. Add another zero. Okay, add 16 more free days into your week. You know what? Into your week, hello, your month. Add all free days. Maybe you work for yourself now, okay? It's your universe. Write out what you want. Figure it out, write it down, make it big, make it count, okay? You can do this. We're dreaming big together. I have to challenge myself too sometimes. I'm like, well, I only want 1,000,000 followers. Why not 5? Like, why are we stopping at 1,000,000? Hello? Like, the fact that I barely think 1,000,000 is possible for me, I'm like, girl, you've grown from 0 to where you are now. Who the hell is stopping you from getting to 5, 10, 15? Who the hell is stopping you from making a new app and becoming the face of that new app? Like, literally, nothing is impossible. If you, not to quote Abe Lincoln, is that Abe Lincoln? If you can dream it, you can do it. I don't know who said that, but if you can dream it, you can do it. So, old people said it, dead people said it. It's gotta be true. Okay? Now, moving into home. What do you want for your home? I love this one. This answer is so fun. I'm going to make my little sister decorate my home because I want a beautifully decorated home, and I hate interior decorating. Every time I put it together, I'm like, I don't like it. And you know what? That's a limiting belief that I'm okay with. I don't need to be an interior designer. I'm okay paying somebody to do that, because one belief for me is that if somebody else can do it better than I can and I have the means to do it, I'm going to pay them. And I believe that I have the means to do it because I've never run out of money in my life. Even when my account has been in the negative, I have never been booted off the island. I've never had anybody from the big sky be like, you're done, your account's in the negative, you lost the game. Not one time. I've never run out of abundance. I've always had air to breathe. I've always had cents to spend. I've always had clothes to put on my body. I cannot run out. And my view with money is, if I can never, ever, ever physically run out of money, like, I cannot. No matter how much I spend, I physically cannot run out of money. So why not give it out? Why not give it to people? Why not leave 20s on people's cars? Why not tip people a lot of money? Why not buy people expensive Christmas presents? Why not give away all this money? Because I don't need all this money. What in the world am I going to do with an infinite supply of money? There's only so many products I can buy. There's only so many Amazon workout sets I can wear. So if I physically cannot run out of money, what am I going to do with it? Where am I going to put it? Who am I going to give it to? People are like, oh my gosh, like, I spent so much money on Christmas this year. And thank goodness, because like, what else was I going to do with that money? And I just lost my car key and I had to pay, what was it, $400, $500, something like that, to get a new car key. Great. What else was I going to do with that $500? I mean, I have it. And there's more where that came from. Of course, I'm going to pay the money to get what I want. Like, hello? So that's a really good mindset shift. Is just, you can't run out of money. It's not going to happen. You are going to get more and more and more. So start spending. Start getting that out there. This is so tea, and we can make a whole episode about this, but you know, we'll call this the money manifestation episode. We're calling it a whole new world. We're calling it a whole new life. And part of that is money. Money is energy, and it's so important because it is indicative of where you are in your energetic alignment. Okay? How much are you allowing into your life? Because make the choice right now that you're allowing all of it. And then make the choice in 5 minutes, you're allowing all of it. And then make the choice tomorrow again that you're allowing all of it, day by day by day by day. So I love having like investments and savings and things like that. But here is my controversial opinion. I think that savings can be a bad thing in the sense of if you are doing it from a sense of lack, it's not a good thing. If you're doing it in a sense that makes you feel stable and secure and you're like, you know what? I have so much abundance around me. Why not put it aside and see how big we can make that number? That's awesome. That's why with my investments. I'm like, you know what? I have so much money. Why not put them in investments and just see how big we can grow that? But it took me a while to get there. There was a long time where I did not have a lot in my savings. And even now, I'm still really building that because I was like, what am I scared of? Having this money here, what am I scared of? Why am I terrified? Why do I have to have this to cling onto? And I mean, if having a savings makes you feel centered, it's all about how you feel, right? If it makes you feel centered and calm and abundant, do it. If it makes you feel like you can take on the world, do it. But ask yourself, challenge yourself, is my savings out of fear or out of abundance? Am I like praising how big this number is and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome because I can spend it on anything I want and I know that I'll get it back like immediately, or like it will be coming back to me? Or is it I have to hold on to this, I can't run out, I don't want to run out, I don't want to run out? Challenge yourself. Ask yourself why you're actually saving. If you want a house, that house will come to you with or without that savings. And that, like, I know that sounds crazy, but for me, I want several houses across the world, across the US, and I want all of them to be incredibly nice. I want all of them to be beautiful. I want to go visit them whenever I want. I want to let my friends use them. I want to buy my dad a house in San Diego. I want to buy my mom a house wherever she wants to go in case my dad's in San Diego. They're still together, but like, listen, maybe sometimes she doesn't want to go to San Diego with him, okay? I want the means to do that, and it does not start with me putting $5 in my savings account. $5 in my savings account is not going to buy me millions and millions of dollars worth of houses and boats and planes and everything that I want in this life. What is going to do that is my abundance mindset. I don't know how it's going to work, but it's going to work. Okay. I'll check back in 10 years and we'll be like, confirmed. Okay. So just challenge yourself. Why are you saving? Is it because, holy crap, you're so abundant that you just can't wait to see that abundance grow? Is it because you're in a high yield savings account that you're like, this is so awesome because I am just getting more and more and more and more money and I can buy anything I want and I can do anything I want? Is it because you're investing into things and you're like, I'm such a smart investor, I'm so good, all my investments turn out, I just love being able to have so much money that I can just let it sit in an account and work for me, right? Just challenge yourself. There's no wrong answer. You're the only one who knows the answer to that. Okay, so we're back to our home. What do you want in your home? What kind of flooring do you want? Just like visualize it, just have fun with it. Remember that nothing is impossible. Do you want your home to be in like a cute little Spanish style? Do you want it to be in like a cute little California style? Do you want it to be, I don't know, what other styles there are? Lots of styles. Island house style? Do you want there to be palm trees around? Do you want great big bay windows? I know for me, I want like that outdoor indoor living concept. I want massive windows. I want beautiful high ceilings, and I want several houses. I want one of my houses to be like that terracotta with like pink tile and like the copper, what's the word? Fixtures, and just like really earthy and fun and beautiful and lots of plants everywhere. And then I want another one of my houses to be light and airy, big ceilings, lots of glass, lots of like black and white and contrast and like beautiful sculptures and things and like spiral staircases. And I just want that to be beautiful. Then I want another house where it's just very grand and it's like that Renaissance style where it's just like, I don't know if it's Renaissance, but things with like columns and just like beautiful ornate things and like lots of gold and lots of just rich feelings. So just, you don't have to pick one house. You don't have to pick one location. You don't have to pick one country. You don't have to pick one, you know, climate. Pick all of them and just have fun moving into that because your abundance only expands the universe. The more that you expand and the more abundant you are, the more the universe expands. You are never taking anything from anybody. You can't. They're the center of their universe. Your universe has nothing to do with their universe. If you're like, well, I don't want to do this because it's this and it's, you know, it's greedy to have this much money and it's not good and like the rich are bad. Their richness and anybody's richness and anybody's poorness has nothing to do with you. Nothing, okay? They're busy being in the middle of their own universes. They're busy fighting it out, tussling it out in their own universe. They're busy working on their own limiting beliefs. And they're busy being like, I'm so abundant or I'm so limited. So figure out you. If there were no rules on the table, what would you do? And the first thing that comes to mind when I say that is like, well, what's to stop people from being bad? What's to stop people from, also, holy crap, I'm sweating. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm straight glistening right now. But, I ask myself, like, what's to stop people from rampaging the streets, pillaging, just going out and doing whatever? The answer is that stuff doesn't happen if you want to feel good. If you want to feel good, and that's clear headed, calm, centered, abundant, and you are out pillaging and stealing and taking, that comes from lack. If you are out assaulting women, that comes from lack and fear, right? Like if the streets are rampaged and like everything's on fire and people are going crazy, and that comes from lack and fear. If everybody is focused on their own universe and feeling good, of course they're going to give to each other. They have so much to give. You see someone on the side of the road, dude, take $100. I have millions. Why not? And we're going to go into that thing of you are the center of your universe. Because of that, every single thing you see around you is a projection of what is going on inside your head. Every single thing. Your neighbors, you chose them without realizing. The car you drive, obviously you chose that. The shape of your fingers, you chose that without realizing. The people who are in your life, you chose that. Your situationship and the way they make you feel, you chose that. Things don't just happen for a reason. Like everyone's like, oh, everything happens for a reason. Yes, but tweak that. Everything happens on purpose. Everything happens at your command. And what commands it? Your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is the universe. It is your connection to everybody and everything. That includes God, okay? I'm not taking God out of the equation. That's your connection to him. Your subconscious mind and your feelings connect you to God, connect you to everything around you. That's why it's so, so, so important to pay attention to how you feel, because the way that you feel is literally your connection to other dimensions. It's literally your connection to source, to God, to the people around you, to the universe, to the material that makes stars. Your emotions are your connection. Your emotions are your guidance system to saying you are aligning with abundance and everything you want, or you are not. Your emotions and your higher self knows exactly what you want. It knows, and it's working with you tirelessly to get everything you want. Everything, okay? Anyway, so you are the creator of your universe. So if something's going on in your world and you're criticizing it, you're criticizing yourself. If you're looking at the government and you're criticizing it, well, you created that government in your brain. Okay, so why are we criticizing what you created? If you want something different, focus on something different. Things do not exist outside of your observation. You have to observe things into existence. It's like the theory with the electrons. Do electrons really exist, or do they only exist based on your observance? Because you don't know where an electron is unless you observe it. It could be anywhere unless you observe it. So it's like that little conundrum. It's that paradox of, does it exist before I lay eyes on it, or does it only exist once I lay eyes on it? Let's take it that it only exists once you lay eyes on it, because that's where quantum physics comes into play. And don't get too wrapped up in like the science of it unless you want to. I find it super, super cool to be able to like put fact and put science behind this. Go read Dr. Joe Dispenza's books. They are unbelievable in putting the science behind all of this. But focus on what you do want and remove focus from anything you don't want, because you observe things into existence. If you want a relationship that makes you feel strong and beautiful and capable, observe the way that people are already making you feel strong, capable, and beautiful, and you will observe that into existence. If you don't want somebody who is making you feel less than, who's making you feel like you're going insane, stop observing that. And I have to tell myself that all the time. Why are we observing this? If you don't want it, stop saying you don't want it, because I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this. What's your attention on? This, this, this. Your attention on the thing you don't want. Stop it. Remove it. Move somewhere else. Create something else. If you don't like it, create something else. And so it also goes into people. If there's people around you that you're criticizing, well, they are a creation of your mind. The thing you're criticizing can only be observed because the thing you're criticizing can only be criticized because you're observing it. It's only existing there because you're observing it. So stop it. Stop observing it. Stop creating that in your field. Create what you do want. And that comes right back to our morning and nighttime routines. Bethany, how do I do these things? How do I create? This all sounds kind of a lot. It is. So, what's the best way to eat an elephant? One mother freaking bite at a time. We do this every night. We do this every morning. We are stepping into this new world. You are creating every single day. You're deciding who you want to be every single day. That's why you go to bed feeling good. You go to bed knowing what you want. You wake up feeling good. You wake up knowing what you want. And day by day by day by day, it gets better. I've been doing this for a year consistently now, and I can say it gets so good, babe. It gets so much better. It gets amazing. And I feel so abundant. And I also know that I have so much more work to do. And I'm hyped about that kind of work. It's exciting. Once you have control over your world, you're home free. Nothing can touch you. You're responsible for everything. So this year, take responsibility in making a new you. Decide who you want that person to be. Give them a name. Mine is Bethany with a capital B. Who is this person? Where do they live? What do they do? What are their relationships like? What do they wear? What's their career? How do they feel in their mind and body? Write that all out. It's your 2025 new you blueprint. So, with all of that, I mean honestly, like I just kind of spieled everything out. And I feel like that was it. I feel like that's good. I'm sure I'll come back and like add on to this more, but this year, nothing is more important than that you feel good. If something doesn't feel good, cut it out. It's gone. It does not exist to you anymore. Pick something else. If you don't like it, pick something else. We've got this. We're dreaming big. I love you guys so much. I want to hear how you guys are feeling about this new year. I want to know your resolutions. I want to know what kind of energy we're moving forward with. So you can either DM me on my podcast account, BS with Bethany Simcoe, or comment here on Spotify if you're listening on Spotify. Or if you're on YouTube, go ahead and comment down below as well. I love you guys so much. This community means the world to me. You guys have no idea. This is like my favorite thing. This and the workouts, my favorite thing ever. So I love you guys so dearly. Check in. I can't wait to hear from you. And I will see you when I see you, you beautiful, strong, creative, magnetic bitch. I love you.